Hello and welcome to the presentation on instant noodles. So we're just going to start off with some just overview of instant noodles. Let's see, we've got wheat noodles, rice noodles, buckwheat noodles, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and kind of just pulses. These are beans, peas, vetches, all that kind of good stuff. And instant noodles are evaluated on a couple different qualities, such as color, texture, flavor, quality, and rate of absorption. This can differ from person to person what qualities they want to assess in their instant noodles, and they can also add or subtract some qualities. And so some of the ways to kind of assess this is the UV, VIS, NIR spectroscopy method. It's basically what is depicted here. It's also the same technology on the Mars rover. And this is the most current technology people use to assess their instant noodles. In 1987, they used different technology. This is a light microscopy tool, and so that is what they used to assess their instant noodles at that time. This is some pictures from the research study. They looked at Cantonese, Hokkien, and instant noodles. And the next slide is researchers looked at the presence of endocrine disruptors, non-alphanols, in the noodle packaging, and they use an electrochemical immunosensor to look at this. They found that it kind of appeared at higher rates when it was heated up, so do not microwave your instant noodle packaging. It's not good. And also in 2018, some researchers in Iraq looked at the presence of heavy metals in domestically produced noodles. They found aluminum, lead, chromium, and cadmium. Aluminum was present in all samples. Lead, chromium, and cadmium were only present in some samples. Lead and chromium were both found to exist higher than the regulatory agency's level of acceptable content. And these are all heavy metals that are neurotoxins. And what I find most terrible about this is that it was discovered in 2018, which is, I guess, too soon for Iraq to have done anything about this. And so with all of the economic hardship with COVID, there's going to be a lot of more people eating instant noodles and getting neurotoxins in their system, which is terrible. This is an example of companies attempting to make a quick buck off unsuspecting consumers. It's not all terrible in the world of instant noodles. This is a diagram of how they use instant noodle waste to produce biodiesel and bioethanol at very high yield rates. There's also another research paper done on the uses of algae in the wastewater to produce recycled water and algae, which can be used in all of these things, all the things depicted in this diagram. And then there's also a study done on rural Vietnam that found that out of all the different methods they could have for the introduction of iron fortified foods for the iron deficient children, because they aren't getting enough iron, instant noodles were consumed at a higher rate and more often. And so they created iron fortified noodles for the children, because this is study in 2008. And so this is an example from India. And so this has been some of the research that I did for my instant noodle paper. Beautiful picture of instant noodles to end with. I hope you found out more about instant noodles than when you started with.